I don't know about you, but one of the things that used to frustrate me the most when I first got out and started paying my own bills, left my mom's house, graduated from college was the first of every month I had to take a large portion of my paycheck and put it towards rent and put it towards a mortgage. So it was like $750, $900, $1,000 came out of my paycheck, and my paycheck wasn't even that big. So I looked at it and I got frustrated. So I had to find a solution because I just hated seeing all that money that I worked hard for, 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, just 80%, 70% of my paycheck going to pay that large note. So I've seen a lot of you posting about that. I actually just saw a family member posting about that, and this has been in my heart. So I wanted to create this video for you and show you what we did in our own finances to help us to help give us more peace of mind, to manage our cash flow a little better. So this is really unscripted. I just wanted to put this out there because this is the first of the month. So please like and share this if this helps you, and if you have any tips on how you do this, definitely comment below. But let me show you what helped me. As I was looking at our finances, I hated seeing all that money going out at one time. So this is what we did. All right, I'm going to show this first example because at that time we were actually being paid every 2 weeks or bi-weekly, actually on the 1st and the 15th. So let's look at this example. Let's say, and it doesn't even have to be your rent or your mortgage. Sometimes it can be your car payment. You can apply this to anything that you have a large payment on at the first of every month or whatever on a monthly basis. Okay, so this is what we did. I looked at it and I said, just for the sake of round numbers, let's say our rent was $1,000 a month, or our mortgage was $1,000 a month if you still have one. I looked at it and I said, why should I just pay this huge chunk out of my paycheck every single month at the first of the month and see $1,000 go out right away? Why don't we just do this? On my first paycheck of the month, let's just set aside half of the mortgage. And we set up a separate savings account and we put that money in there. So now instead of $1,000 going out of one paycheck, only $500 was set aside. So that freed up another $500 in cash flow for me to do what I need to do with, to pay other things, to set aside other money. And then on the 15th, did the same thing. Set aside $500. So now there's $1,000 sitting in there, and it came out of two paychecks versus all coming out of one. So you follow me with that? So basically we set up a separate savings account, and every time we got paid, we put aside that portion. So if it was 2 times per month, we just divided that by 2, set aside $500. Now look at this. Some of you get paid on a weekly basis. So what do you do if you get paid on a weekly basis? Well, you just every week you set aside. Now I usually just divide it by 4, and so every week, if your rent or your mortgage, hopefully your car payment isn't that much, but you set aside $250. And look what happens. $250 goes in the account. Next week, $250. Next week, $250. $250. And bam, in 4 weeks you got $1,000 sitting in your account that you've set aside to pay these large payments. And then when it's time to make the payment, you just transfer the money back over to your bill pay account or however you have your account set up. Okay, now here's a beautiful thing. Check this out. When you have a month that has 5 weeks, what I would do and what we do is we still set aside that $250, and bam, now we have $1,250 sitting in the account. So when it's time to go pay it, we take out the 1,000. Now let me do this. Now there's still $250 in the account. So I think you see what the pattern here. Basically, instead of being frustrated and seeing all of your money or a majority of your money coming out of a paycheck, split it up into payments, set it aside into a separate account, and now you have more cash flow throughout the month. You relieve yourself of that frustration of seeing a lot of your money go out all at one time. I've had several clients apply this. Cindy and I have applied this to our lives. This just gives you greater control of your cash flow, gives you more peace of mind that you have more of your money going, that you're keeping more of your money. So please share any tips that you have, apply it to your life, and let me know how that works for you. Bye.